everyone, it's Teresa, and today we are going to do this beautiful winter wreath, and this is a collaboration, and I'm going to give you that info towards the end of the video. So first we're going to start off with our Dollar Tree wreath, and we're going to paint it in this sheepskin from Folk Art, and we're going to use some of this nautical rope from Dollar Tree. It is, I believe, the cotton version of it. It's white-ish, so that we're going to actually go ahead and start trimming that around the wreath. Now what I actually did is I took it apart. You'll see it in store and it's going to be very thick, so I did not obviously want it to be that thick. This is a much smaller wreath, and so what we're going to do is we take it all apart and you're just going to wind it around here on the wreath. Now, what I would definitely suggest that I learned through this project is to keep it fairly tight, and what you're going to want to do is pick a side that is going to be the back. And that's going to be the side where you constantly glue down, not constantly, but you're going to use that as your glue side. So you can kind of see it here, like that's basically your ugly side of your wreath. So use that to be where you're going to do all of your gluing. I glued every so often. I kind of got it, once you get it started, you really can kind of keep going, especially if you're keeping it really tight. So then when I had some of these little areas that were kind of wiry and kind of crazy, just put a little bit of hot glue down and just kind of brush it on, especially if you have one of these little spatula tools. It's actually in the makeup department, the makeup area of Dollar Tree. If not, just kind of use like any kind of like glue that you have that is not going to cause you, like a second-degree burn. So don't do it with your finger because that sounds like a horrible, horrible idea. I did it right there, but that's because it cooled down. So don't do that. Do not do what I did there because it cooled down by that point. So once you've gotten all your little spots down, you're just going to go ahead and flip that guy around and determine where you want your bottom. Now, I wanted it to add a little bit of something extra because this is going to be my winter wreath and I want to switch it around with the seasons and everything like that. So I'm going to take one of these picture frames. It's like this little galvanized tin backing. So I took the back part off, which is what your picture frame part is. I fold down all the little things to hold it in, and it's definitely kind of moved a little bit at that point. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a giant popsicle stick. We're going to cut that down to fit using our handy dandy cutters here, and I'm gonna have to put a lot of pressure on it. I know a lot of people say like it's super easy, it takes no pressure. I think I just must have like weaker muscles in my hand or something. I don't know what it is, but it just does not seem to, it's just I don't have a grip, I guess. We're gonna put that down with some hot glue, just kind of checking where it's gonna line up because you don't want tons and tons of glue on this guy. You're gonna lay that down and we're just kind of figuring out like basically where you want this. I took the clip off of it. I was playing around with the idea, put it in the middle, put it at the bottom. I ended up, settling on the bottom. And here's kind of your handy dandy part of this. We are going to, wait for it, put down some magnets. When I do magnets, I like to leave kind of both sides on there. So we're going to glue those down. And once we've done that, again, I leave the two magnets together. That way I make sure I don't accidentally put like the wrong way down. One thing it actually does when you're doing the magnets on one side, it's holding that metal piece in place because like the other side of the magnet that you're gluing is really holding that metal steady. And then we're just going to place down like where we're going to put the other part of the popsicle stick, and we're just going to cut that down just to size to fit the same way, and then you're going to add your glue to the other side of the magnet, put down your popsicle stick, and there you go. See, you got two sides going. Now that side that you saw me just glue down, that's the part we're going to glue down to the wreath. What that's going to do for us is that side right there, you can add another popsicle stick later on with whatever you want. If you decide there's a point in time during the year that you don't want that frame part, if you don't want this galvanized frame, you can switch it out for florals, you can switch it out for decor, or whatever you want. Whatever you can put on a popsicle stick, you can add it to this frame. I sound like I'm selling something to you right now. I'm sorry. For this one, what we're going to do is we're going to use these snowflakes, and I did fill in the holes with some putty, and then we're going to add a couple of little, actually not a couple, just one little pearl into the middle of that hole. There was a hole there. I didn't really like the way it filled, so we're just going to add that there. Now this did get a stain as well. I just like the idea of having it stained. I stained that with the Folk Art Walnut Wood Tint. And then we're going to add our magnets to the back of those. Again, so we can switch out this wreath whenever you want. I know it's really weird. They were with our two lovely creators that I'm collaborating with. They're like, let's do winter wreaths, and I was like, winter? What do you mean winter? I live in Florida. Today was cold and it was 60 degrees was the high. So now this wreath does feel a little small to me. My doors in my house are gigantic. So I'm going to make a little frame for them. I'm going to take 4 of these Dollar Tree frames. I saw these and I bought 4 of them knowing I wanted to make this like window frame kind of thing, because they're already done. It's like you don't have to paint it and then distress it. It's already like that for you. I glued down the glass first, and now we're going to go ahead and connect them. I have made something similar to this for my mom previously, and I really wanted to glue down the glass first on it. We do our Gorilla Glue, or you can use E6000, whichever you have. And then you'll put down your hot glue. If you do end up using this Gorilla Glue, just know that it will set up really quickly. So you have to either work really fast or hold it in place. So just be prepared for that. And then we're just going to kind of take off any excess glue that's kind of coming through. I did this before I realized what I'm going to do here in just a couple of minutes, and I'll show you. Again, these tweezers, complete garbage. If you saw my last video, you'll know that. I mentioned that. Don't buy them. They're from the Dollar Tree, and they're not really worth it. I'll find something to do with them. I'm not sure what that's going to be yet, but I'm going to find something for them. So we're going to move all that excess glue, and then what we're going to do is add a little bit of extra support. Just put down some hot glue and just put a nice big popsicle stick there, or craft stick, whatever you prefer to call it. So there's 1/2 of it already done. Now we're going to do the next half. Again, put down your more permanent hold glue of choice, and then just going to do your hot glue. Again, if you use the Gorilla Glue, you'll see in a second why you need to move a lot faster than this. So put it all together, pinch it, pinch it, pinch it, and see, it didn't hold. So pretend like you didn't see that just now. See, it's kind of falling apart. I do go in and fix it here in a moment off camera. So pretend, yeah, right there. See, pretend that didn't happen, everybody. I do scrape it off and do it again, basically, and I move a lot faster this time. I tried to salvage it. I tried to put more hot glue on it. It did not work. So, like I said, move faster if you're going to use this glue. Oh, see, I do show you. I thought I did it off camera, but I do show you. I do it again. Add your Gorilla Glue, and I decide, like, let me just do Gorilla Glue, and then I'm going to put some in that little crevice right there, and then see, I add some hot glue on top of that, and then we'll do our popsicle stick. So, like I said, if you're going to use this Gorilla Glue, move fast. It will set up, it will dry rather quickly. So we add our popsicle stick for stability on one side of it, and we're going to just do basically the same thing on the other side. It kind of helps hold it all together. It helps it from, coming apart like you just saw a minute ago. And like I said, we'll do it on both sides. I had a little pause there because I had to go run and grab another glue stick. Hold it in there, let it set up, let it dry. See, it's still kind of a little bit flimsy for my personal taste. So I'm like, well, let me add one to the middle and see if that gives it a little bit more stability. Again, if you act fast on the glue, and if you decide to not include the glass part, that will help a lot because that's got a lot of weight. So what I decided to help fix this is I decided I'm going to put in some twine. I'm going to wrap it all around, and it's so funny. I was so precise. I was like, I'm going to measure it out a little bit, and then I did it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it didn't fit. So I'm going to use it on the shorter side, to where I'll just tie it on, and I was like, here, I'll tie it in the middle. Then I was like, no, let me just go ahead and tie it off to the side, give it a lot more strength where I can pull it tight. And we'll just trim everything down here in just a moment. See, I thought I was good, and it really just needed to be basically like right in that corner so you can really pull it taut. And we'll tie it off, and we'll trim off all the excess. And I was back and forth. I was like, should I leave it just that one? Should I add more? I end up adding more, which you'll see in just a minute. So trim off your excess, and then we're going to do the same thing to the other side, which is what initially I had done. But there you go. See, we're just going to tie it down, and it will be good. It's not, I don't know, it's like I like it, but then at the same time I'm like, I kind of wish I had done something else, but I like adding that little bit of twine. It's just, I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not sure. I'm on the fence still on how much I like the twine or not the twine. And then I was going to leave the glass alone, but I decided it needed a little something wintry, so I added this scrapbook paper. It took one, larger piece of scrapbook paper to do it. You can switch them out for the seasons, however you want to do. And then we're going to take our wreath, and we're just going to tie on some twine. You basically like work it in between the nautical rope and tie it. You're going to just use the back side of it to tie it. And you'll do the same on the other side. Just find a spot, work it through. See, it didn't really go well on the first spot, so I moved it up just one notch. Tie it down to the back side, like I said, the ugly side of the wreath. And then we're just going to flip that frame around and use the back side to tie it. No one's going to want to look at the back side of this particular project, just so you know. I'm going to kind of like feed it underneath the twine to kind of help anchor it a little bit more, get a little bit more stability, give it a nice little knot. And I had a lot of excess left over, so I just wound it underneath one more time, do one more knot, and again, another knot. And I had a lot still left on the side. I was like, let me trim it. Then I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to give it just one more go around. Again, find a spot to feed it through on there, and then you're just going to tie that side off. I like doing that because it just kind of helps give it a little more stability. It's not going to be wiggling around a lot on this picture frame. And if I wanted to take this wreath off, I can do that with just cutting a couple of pieces of twine. It's not like you invested a lot of money, holding it on to this picture frame. It's twine. It's not expensive at the Dollar Tree. I mean, really. So that way you can switch it out if you wanted to, and you can easily switch out all of the little accessories for it. So here is our finished project with the snowflakes. And again, this is a collaboration. I teamed up with Dave from Dave's Wreaths and Things. He's super, super talented. He paints, he crafts, he does wreaths. And of course, Soozie from Soozie Stuff. She's so creative with all of her crafts. You're going to absolutely love her. So thank you everyone for checking out my video today. And I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful beginning of 2021. It's already been a little bit crazy, but we're going to get past it. And I hope everyone's having a great, great weekend. And I will see you again next time. And don't forget, of course, if you are new here, go ahead and leave me a comment below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'd love to hear if you're coming over from one of my co-collaboration teams channels. And we'll see you again next time.